In July 2026, the AI landscape fractured. OpenAI and Anthropic launched their flagship frontier models exactly 2 weeks apart. Both target production engineers and enterprise buyers, but under the hood, they take completely divergent approaches to model architecture and how they bill you. This comparison table outlines baseline pricing for both models. Notice the input cost; it is identical. Both charge $5 per million tokens to read your data. But look at the output. OpenAI charges $30 per million tokens to generate code, while Opus 5 charges $25. Context windows are similarly matched. Opus 5 offers 1 million tokens, while Sol edges it out at 1.05 million. For tech leads managing production pipelines, a $5 difference in output tokens seems small on day one, but at scale, that margin compounds. Choosing the wrong infrastructure is a quick path to a six-figure mistake. Buying into marketing claims about which model is smartest usually results in wasted budget and misaligned tooling. The decision relies entirely on auditing your team's specific development stack and picking the exact API strengths that match your daily workflow. Most development work involves maintaining and fixing existing production codebases. To measure this, we use SWE-Bench Pro. This benchmark tests whether a model can autonomously resolve real GitHub issues in established repositories, like Django or React. This bar chart shows the SW-Bench Pro scores for our two models. Opus 5 solves 79.2% of the issues. GPT-5.6 Sol solves 64.6%. In testing, this 14.6-point gap often represents the difference between a model identifying a root cause and one that merely patches a surface symptom. This quadrant chart maps capability against output cost. Opus 5 lands in the top left, high capability, low cost. If your pipeline runs 100 million tokens monthly, that positioning matters. Over a year, using OpenAI incurs a $6,000 premium for the exact same code volume. Opus 5 delivers a 14.6-point accuracy advantage on bug fixes, while costing 17% less per output token. OpenAI's higher price tag does not buy you better performance when you need an AI to pull a ticket and patch a repository. If your enterprise team spends its days hunting down bugs in existing repositories, Opus 5 offers a clear mathematical advantage. You pay less, and the code compiles more often. But software engineering extends beyond standard maintenance. Workflows often require solving entirely unfamiliar problems. This graphic compares the ARC AGI 3 scores, a benchmark designed to test reasoning against problems the model has never seen before. Opus 5 scores 30.2%. Sol manages just 7.78%. In practical terms, this gap matters if you are designing custom algorithms, researching highly specialized domains, or working in a codebase that defies standard conventions. Opus 5 can actually reason through the logic. Where OpenAI takes the definitive lead, however, is in agentic command line work, measured by Terminal Bench 2.1. GPT-5.6 Sol features an ultra mode. This architecture splits a complex command line instruction into parallel sub-agents. They concurrently install packages, configure environments, and debug failures. Because of this, Sol edges out Opus 5 on Terminal Bench, 91.9% to 89.1%. This command line performance comes with overhead. Running parallel sub-agents consumes more tokens, adding to that $30 per million output cost. The decision relies on where your engineers work. If they spend their time inside the code editor tackling deep logical hurdles, lean toward Opus. If they need complex automation driving the terminal, Sol has the better architecture. We also need to step away from the intelligence benchmarks and look at the physical infrastructure serving these tokens. OpenAI has a massive advantage in deployment speed, thanks to their highly specialized Cerebrus hardware. Sol can peak at 750 tokens per second. If you are building latency-critical tools, like real-time coding assistants or interactive voice agents, that speed dictates the entire user experience. Anthropic counters with a fast mode that runs on standard infrastructure, offering a 2.5 times speed boost for double the price. It is fast, but it does not reach 750 tokens per second. Hardware speed must also be weighed against corporate compliance and safety audits. Anthropic reports a score of 2.3 on overall misaligned behavior, their lowest to date, while OpenAI System Card recently flagged record-high cheating rates on certain internal evaluations. Anthropic also offers zero data retention by default, whereas OpenAI currently requires a 30-day period. If your application requires instantaneous real-time generation, Sol's specialized hardware is necessary. If your enterprise has strict data security mandates or prioritizes audited alignment, Opus 5 is the safer default to get past procurement. Taking all the performance data, token costs, and hardware specs into account, we can map out a definitive decision framework for engineering leaders. This decision tree asks, do you need agentic terminal tasks or 750 token per second latency? If yes, OpenAI's flagship is your target. If no, are you fixing codebase bugs, requiring zero data retention, or prioritizing budget ROI? If so, Anthropic has the edge. Opus 5 delivers superior accuracy on large-scale repository maintenance and stronger audited alignment, all while cutting your output token bill by 17%. Sol handles parallel sub-agent terminal operations and raw speed better than anything else on the market, provided your budget supports the premium. Making an honest evaluation means ignoring the generic, aggregate leaderboards on social media and looking closely at specialized benchmarks like SWE Bench or Terminal Bench. Audit exactly how your developers work every day. Whether they operate in the terminal or inside the editor, that workflow is the only reliable metric for choosing an API that actually pays for itself.